Sam, if you don't mind, I'll ask you, in an everyday practical life, right? Where can people, like for example, there's well-meaning Christians, right? They do well and so on and so forth. Um, but they may not realize that there's mammon mixed in the practices that they're doing. So what, practically, where in their life could there be mammon? Where in their business could there be mammon, right? Or what's some practices that people do that is easily recognizable that saying, hey, that's mammon, I don't want to deal with that, right?
So see, the deception of the spirit of mammon is that's exact word sometimes is we don't know. What we don't know, we just don't know, right? So that's the conditioning of the mind. And it is always the best tool personally, because like you mentioned, I have been there and struggled. And this is a journey about my life, how I got out of it, how I got out of debt. And because debt is one of the main tools Mammon uses. And there's good debt and bad debt, but the community, the culture we live in, we are consumers of things more than what we need. So
Yeah.
that's where a lot of times that's where personally I started. I looked to see, am I, buying and using things more than what I need? Is it honoring God in what I buy? And even in my giving, I ask God, God, is this worthy? Because I'm not the owner. I'm a steward of what you granted me. So those are things. But in business, like I was mentioning that, sometimes when our profit is lower, are we panicking? And are we increasing sales in unethical ways and trying to lure clients in? Those are things we can pause and think. And above all, it's being in the Word, reviewing and asking the Holy Spirit to take the written word, logos, and reveal Rhema, the revealed word. That's what increases our faith to walk in the righteousness and use of principles and discern. So spirit of discernment is a very thing that is lacking in a lot of the people, even though we say we believe, but because of the deception of the spirit of mammon in business, a lot of time we lack the spirit of discernment so that we can recognize.
Yeah.
Even though we know the knowledge of it, the information, it's hard to recognize. So that's a couple of the things that, personally also, when my bank account was lower, I sometimes used to panic. Okay, what do I do? How much need to increase? Because my dependent was on the mom and system itself instead of Abba, the source.
Yeah.